Welcome, family, friends, peers, professors, and most of all, our wonderful students from the Communication, Media, and Journalism School at Kean University. This is a celebratory time. It's a time to feel honor. It's a time to say, yeah, I did it. You all did it, and you're all graduating this spring. And a couple of you I see may have graduated already. But the one thing you guys did that some other students didn't do is you did it all the way to the top. You guys really worked your butts off. You showed up at school in person, and then you took like a total pivot and you showed up online and really catapulted this virtual experience that we've all been going through together. I'm honored to see your faces, and I would like to, first of all, say congratulations and just give you a little rundown of who I am and where we're going in this presentation. I'm Professor Atkins, and I'm the coordinator of the Kean Ocean program. I've been blessed to have so many of you in class, in person, and virtually. And I am going to introduce two people today. One is Brian Murphy. He was actually the first Lambda Pi Eta inductee for Kean University. And I'm going to introduce Alec, who is a current student that I've had the pleasure of being in class with for the past 3 semesters. The other thing we're going to do is we are going to induct our inductees for Lambda Pi Eta. For those of you that have never heard of Lambda Pi Eta, I wanted you to know that I was inducted in 2003, so Lambda Pi Eta is very relevant to me. We have been a National Communication Honor Society for many, many decades, and our capital is in DC, but this is a journalism, this is a honor society that helps people pivot their careers and really shows up for our discipline with conventions and journals. And what it stands for is Aristotle's From the Rhetoric, his 3 ingredients for persuasion. So ethos, credibility, pathos, the emotion, and logos, which is the logic. And all of our students here today, they've really taken the principles that they've learned in these studies over the past 4 years, and they've all received very high marks. So we will honor them. And I thank you for attending this session today. I want to also say that many of you have worked extra hours. You have many coffee moments, many cups of tea, waters, breakdowns, moments to your parents and family and boyfriends and girlfriends where you're really just pulling your hair out over APA style. Perhaps you have a couple late night pizza burns. I know as a professor, I have a couple of those myself. We've all been doing so well working together, and Brian Murphy is going to lead us now in an introduction speech. Brian Murphy is a communications professional. He has 20 years experience, and he is also our professional advisor for the PRSSA, the Public Relations Student Society of America. He's been our advisor professionally since 2014. I am sure many of you have heard of Daytona and the Daytona International Speedway. Well, Brian and his PR endeavors at Coin PR have been behind that public relations campaign, and he actually supported a $400 million Daytona Rising Development project. Brian's a really cool dude. He's a consumer media specialist, and he's going to talk to you a little bit today about his journey at Kean as a student and also a professional in the world of communication. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Professor. I feel old. I wasn't aware. I was on a call with Professor or Dr. Lynch. I don't know if he's on, if he remembers a few weeks ago. And he actually brought up, I don't think I was the first. I think I was part of the first class to be inducted. And I just think back, I'm like, wow, I'm really the gray I wear glasses now, not for fashion, but for need. But you all should be very, very proud. This has been a tough year on everybody. Students, I have two daughters, one in middle school, one in high school, and I've seen the effects of having to work remote and back and forth and hybrid. And I'm like, as adults, we're kind of expected to adapt to the world and kind of roll with the punches. But for younger students and individuals like yourself, it's tough. One of the things, Professor Atkins, that I'm also extremely proud of is I was recently added to the foundation board. And that, to me, I grew up playing team sports. I mean, my path here is a little different. I went to school to play sports. That was my sole focus. A college gave me money to play soccer, and that's where I went. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I came from a family of military. I was expected to go ROTC. Didn't really pan out. I loved soccer, played soccer. After about 2 years, I had a very good friend of mine who was playing at Kean. It was Kean College at the time. That's how long ago this was. And they had just lost their goalkeeper, and he knew I wasn't happy where I was. And he said, "Hey, why don't you come up and check out the campus?" And I took a trip up, and I met the coaches, and I met the players, and I fell in love. And I spent the next 2 years there. And I can honestly tell you, Dr. Remmers was my advisor, and all the professors and Dr. Bailey, and the level of education and the level teaching and the professors. I mean, no offense to the other unnamed school that I was at, but there was no comparison. And I really feel like those folks set me up to be successful and gave me the tools that I needed. So before I get into that, I do have to do a shameless plug about my agency. So I do work for Coin PR. For those of you who are or may not be familiar with it, we are an award-winning mid-sized firm. We're about 160 employees. Our corporate headquarters are in Parsippany, New Jersey. We do have an office in Manhattan. We are what you would call fully integrated. We started out strictly as a PR firm, and we've since morphed into offering services not just in PR, but social media, digital marketing, and advertising. So for all you folks on the phone today who've worked very hard, if you're getting ready to graduate or you still have a little bit more time, I would encourage you to look into our firm. We probably have something for everybody on this line in terms of an interest. We work in industries in roughly 20 different areas or 20 different industries, everything from healthcare to fashion to sports. So whatever your passion is or whatever your interest is, we probably have something that would be of interest. We also have a very competitive internship program. And I can tell you that quite a number of the folks who intern with us go on to being hired full time. And I'm your advocate. I'm here for you to help you to navigate those waters. As I mentioned before, I always grew up in team athletics. I'm a big team guy. Kean University is my home. You're all my family. And whatever I can do to help you achieve success, and whether that's with our firm or just giving you direction, giving you advice. I've been doing this for a few years, so I like to think I've learned a few things. So whatever I can do to help out, Professor Solo can attest to that. I want to be able to help my own, basically. We have to take care of one another. And I think that's hugely important. So if you're interested, you can speak to any of your professors. They can get in touch with me. They can forward along your resume. I will make sure it gets to the right people. If you get called in and do the interview at that point, it really is on you, because I don't think anybody really wants a handout. But then you need to sell yourself, and you need to do your thing. So that's my little plug there. But like I said, I started out, I graduated in Kean technically in January of '97. when I graduated, I didn't have anything. I tell this story. I was driving an old Mercury Sable station wagon where the front seat, the front bar that kept the seat down, the welds let go. So every time I would press on the gas, I'd have to hold the steering wheel because the seat would want to throw me in the back seat. So I didn't really have much. So I went to a job fair. I met a company. They offered me a job, $20,000 a year. I said, sold. And that job was selling kitchen cabinets for a Korean cabinet manufacturer. And it wasn't until after I had the job and then I got into the world of PR that I understood the correlation between sales and PR. And what I mean by that is I can guarantee you there is nothing more nerve-wracking than walking into somebody's place of business and trying to sell them something that you have. It's very intimidating. You learn pretty quick how to take rejection, but you learn a lot about yourself and you adapt and you find a rhythm and you find your flow and you find what your messaging is and what your talk track is. And so I did that for about a year and a half. I liked sales, but I said, you know what? I did go to school for communications. We didn't have technically a PR specific discipline at that point. And I said, you know what, let me try this. And like anybody else, I applied to countless agencies and I got the same deal. Well, you don't have experience. I said, well, if you don't hire me, how do I get experience? So that's what everybody goes through, right? A small firm in Clifton gave me an opportunity and I was there for about 7 years. I left there, went to a big agency in the city, did that for about a year. Didn't really like the commute. And then I came back and I joined Coin in 2006. So I'm going on 15 years. And I can honestly tell you that the things that I learned in that sales job directly correlate to what I'm doing now. So whereas before I was selling an actual good to a retailer, my job now is to sell stories to the media. And it's just kind of generally the same thing, right? So you wouldn't send a sales guy to a meeting without the proper materials and the information and samples needed. It's the same thing as a PR practitioner. You need all the tools in the toolkit in order to do the job and do it well. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the news needs to be newsworthy and the story needs to speak for itself. Your product needs to do what it tells you or they tell you it does. In order for you to be successful. Over my career, I've had the chance mostly in the world of toys and licensing and sports. I'm now within our Corp Com group at the agency, working mostly with our hospitality team. But listen, I've been doing this over 20 years, and I think for you folks getting into the field of communications, whether that's social media or traditional PR, I don't think there's been a more exciting time to be a professional communicator. And when I started, and Suzanne and I were speaking this morning and kind of chuckling, we had newspapers, we had magazines, we had radio, and we had TV. I was faxing stuff. I was faxing pitches to the media. Then came the internet. And now you had all the .coms. And then after that, you had blogs. And now you have all the social networks. And I can honestly tell you, if you boil it all down, what's the one consistent across all those platforms? And that's message. And I don't think that there's any other person, and I'm biased, and I'm sure if you spoke to a digital marketer or an advertiser, they would feel differently. I think PR people specifically are best suited to craft a message, to disseminate the message, and to manage that message. So I think right now, so whether you're talking about traditional PR and traditional news story or storytelling, whether you're talking about social media, whether you're talking about digital marketing and advertising, and I'm not talking about taglines, I'm talking about generally messaging. I really think PR people are at the center of that. And that's evident by the fact that we're growing in popularity in terms of the C-suite. Those executives are looking at PR people. There was just a story the other day on PR Week about how big organizations have really, through the pandemic, they could have looked at their digital marketing agency, their social media agency, but they really leaned on their communications team and their PR agencies and the senior counsel of those firms to help them navigate through the pandemic, through the social issues that we're all experiencing. And those were the folks that were sitting at the right hand of all these senior leaders. So this is an exciting time. There's a lot of opportunity. And all I can tell you is I wish you all well. Congratulations on all your hard work. And again, I am here as a resource. I'm excited to be joining Professor Sullivan and the other professors this fall on campus. So please, if there's ever anything I can do for any of the folks on the phone, I can't obviously see all of you, but please just, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian, and congratulations on your newly appointed role as a board of director for the Kean University Foundation.
Thank you.
That's pretty great.
Thank you, Brian. That's great.
It's so interesting to be on this first Lambda Pi Eta event on Zoom and just scroll through the pages and see people I haven't seen in a while. It's making me feel really happy. Our next guest speaker is somebody who I have seen for a while. I've had the blessing of having him in 3 classes. He is a communication studies major, and I've never met him in person, but I think I know him better than so many others of you in this audience. He's a wonderful man, and we refer to him as A Boss. His name is Alec Boss. He has a 4.0, and he also is trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai kickboxing. One thing that I know about Alec, which I think his other professors can agree, he's very curious. He challenges us all to be better professors, academic scholars, and students. And Alec is just very present and engaged. He's spent time at a tracker school in the Pinelands, learning primitive skills and Native American philosophy. He's a volunteer, he's a leader, he's a brother, and he's the type of student that will bring fox walking into class and be able to tie it into mindfulness and listening skills. So without further ado, Alec, congratulations and welcome to be our guest speaker to represent Lambda Pi Eta this year.
Thank you so much, Professor Atkins, for that wonderful intro. It means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you all for having me, and bear with me, a little nervous, first time I've ever done anything like this, especially on Zoom, but I'm going to do my best. So I would first like to say that it is my most sincere honor to be here. But in order to articulate what this means to me, I feel as though I need to engage in a bit of self-disclosure. I have obsessive compulsive disorder and general anxiety disorder. And while I have it much more under control now, thank God, growing up, it made life incredibly difficult for me, especially in school. I hated it. I always felt like I was being judged and suffered so many panic attacks and missed so many days that I lost count. I never felt like I belonged in any way, and certainly didn't feel like I was a good student. In fact, I graduated high school with a 2.6 GPA and 230 absences. When I got done, I vowed that I would never subject myself to that nightmare ever again. And after graduation, instead of going to college, I immediately entered into the workforce. It was while working, I found some of the anxieties that had plagued me in the past had lessened. And thanks to God, my family, therapist, and friends, I started to come into my own a lot more. I started to really commit to therapy, create goals, work out, eat better, and date more. I began to realize that each one of these positive changes was a new stone being laid into the foundation of the life that I wanted to create for myself. But I eventually came to realize something, that in this process, I had neglected one thing, going back to school. I was honestly terrified, because I felt that while I had grown in many other facets of my life, where school was concerned, I was still that anxious, idiosyncratic outcast of a kid. All this said, I faced my fears and concerns, and like you all here today, took the leap anyway. And I'm thankful to say that it was honestly one of the best and most surprising things that I've done in my life. I found that not only did I like school, I was actually kind of good at it. Throughout my time at my junior college and into my bachelor's program here at Kean, I found something else about myself, my voice. As stated before, growing up with OCD and anxiety wasn't the easiest thing for me. And I always felt that I didn't belong or have anything impactful to say, even though I was always passionate and well-spoken about the things that I believed in. My real problem was that I lacked confidence in myself. School, especially my time at Kean, has given me that confidence, and communications has given me that voice and given me something to do with the skills with it. This program means the world to me because for the first time ever, I feel like I'm a part of something that I belong in. My amazing professors and advisors, many of whom are here today, have helped me grow and identify what I want to do in my life, mediation and or public relations with environmental nonprofits. The skills I've learned here and the experiences I have gained are invaluable and mean the world to me. I see this major as the next important step in my life toward achieving my goals. And as such, I've never taken anything more seriously. I've gone from a 2.6 GPA and 230 absences to a 4.0 and perfect attendance record. I've gone from a shy pariah to someone who feels empowered to stand up for what they believe in and to help others. And it's because of this school and this program that I have that. I share this story with you all today for a reason. I know that many of you, like myself, struggle with these same fears and anxieties. I know what it feels like to second guess yourself and especially your major. But I want to affirm in you why what you have done to get here and what you have chosen to do should not give you trepidation, but instead instill in you a great sense of pride. The world has gone through something unprecedented. And for many of you here who have experienced the turmoils of this pandemic firsthand, whether that be through the loss of income or more sadly, the loss of a loved one, I want to express my sincerest condolences. But I also want to explain to you the importance of the role you will be playing after you leave our hallowed institution. While the importance of our medical professionals, first responders, and essential workers cannot and should not go understated, it is the communication professionals of this world who have become responsible for restarting it. Without men and women like yourselves, commerce, trade, the news cycle, entertainment, and even life-saving services would cease to be. You represent the best and brightest the School of Communication, Media, and Journalism has to offer, and your attendance here is proof of your ability and skill. All you need to do now is hold in your hearts the pride of what that means, and to take solace that when you leave this institution and enter into that workforce, you will not be some faceless cog in a machine that doesn't matter, but rather an integral part of ensuring that our society carries on. I am truly humbled to be here before you and to stand amongst your ranks. And I say with the greatest amount of excitement and pride that I cannot wait to see what this journey has in store for us all. Congratulations, everyone. You earned this 1,000 times over. Congratulations.
Wow. Thanks, Alec. This is why we call Alec a boss. That was really wonderful. So our next phase of the ceremony is we're going to congratulate and honor and welcome all of our inductees because we are in this virtual academia hallway right now. It's like our virtual CMJ. We're going to do it in another format where the students will get up and announce their name and share their smile and their achievement with us. So without further ado, I would like to congratulate all of our Kean Cougars on their high marks academically, their motivation and success. And Sophie, I am going to pass the baton to you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody. Sophie Alberts.
Where's Kayla? Kayla here?
Miss Kayla?
Where's Kayla?
I put the new list. I put the new list in the chat, so it would go to Juana next because she's the next one in the list.
Thank you, Allison.
Hi, congratulations to everybody. My name is Juana Abar.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Alec Boss. I was just here a little while ago, but congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Justin Brown.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Tai Bracy.
Congrats, everyone. My name is Harold Carius.
Congratulations, Bradley Chernoff.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Paige Fleming.
Paige.
Congratulations, everyone. Gabrielle Georgie.
Congratulations, everyone. Luke Jones.
Congratulations, everyone. Dion Kalappush.
Okay, Dion.
Congratulations, everyone. I am Justin Kansky.
Congratulations, everyone. I'm Raymond Lanza.
Congratulations, everyone. I am Alexandra Lastella.
Congratulations, everyone. I'm Cindy Lazo.
Congratulations, everyone. I am Rocco Lakowski.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Amanda Lopez.
Lewis. Where's Lewis? Lewis? Lewis here? I don't see Lewis. Lewis, you here?
Luis, yeah, he's on the second page. He doesn't.
There you are, Luis. All right, let's go back. Lauren, you want to get up?
Sure. Congratulations, everyone. Lauren Marquetta.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Salimah McCullough.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Tamia Muslim.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Zarina Ruiz.
Congratulations, I'm Valerie Sanabria.
Congratulations, everyone. I'm Damaris Sepulveda.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Smith.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Luis. I got my diploma in here.
Yay.
There he is. Nice to see you.
I guess we can skip Valencia and go to Demisha.
Hi, congrats, everyone. I'm Demisha Turner.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Samantha Urash.
Hey, Samantha.
Congratulations, everyone. I'm Michelle Velez.
Congratulations, everyone. I'm Tasha Dowbachuk.
Congratulations, everyone. My name is Anastasiakakas.
Woo! All right, everybody. So I'm going to give everybody a round of applause because I'm the only one that has my mic on.
I do too.
We have one more. We have one more.
Oh, one more.
Who is it?
I'm sorry, I joined a little
Go ahead,
bit late.
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alyssa Edgar. Congratulations to everyone.
Yeah, Alyssa.
Made it just in time.
All right. That was pretty awesome that you all had a little moment. I will give you all a virtual hug. I thought about what I could do for you to make it more meaningful. And I was like, I would bring them all flowers. And if I could see you in person, I would just give each one of you a flower. It's pretty exciting to be in this time of your life. I remember when my dad dropped me off at school in 2nd grade. It was the first time in my academic journey where we had to stay all day instead of a half day, and like we didn't get snack time or naps. And my dad said, Courtney, you've made it to the big time. And every year I just like, yo, I made it to the big time. And every year the big time gets a little bit more challenging or peaceful or exciting or uncertain. But what I do know for sure is that my education in communication and my commitment to be a mindful learner, a critical thinker, a researcher, an explorer, someone who, you know, utilizes imaginative play in the decision and problems process. And you guys, you have it. So welcome to the big time. Welcome to Lambda Pi Eta. And just be confident and celebrate your achievements. Thank your parents and grandparents and boyfriends, girlfriends, beautiful children, siblings, friends who have maybe, you know, been there with you through the good times, the bad times. Thank your professors, and honestly, thank yourself. You really like put in the extra work and those extra hours and getting, you know, to that moment in your life where you can organize yourself and use time management and research and critically think and care about capitalizing your sentences or think about editing something and tweaking it and resubmitting it. This is why you guys are 4.0. I didn't know how to start the speech. I was like, you know, maybe because I'm with all these nerds with all these great GPAs, I should do an Urban Dictionary and look at the definition of nerds. And I started to feel mildly insulted by all of the definitions. I wasn't sure if it was appropriate, but it said, you know, a nerd is someone that's going to be the boss one day. A nerd is somebody who cares to go the extra step. And I'm delighted to be with this group of nerds. I am one of those nerds. I'm delighted that Brian Murphy, our guest speaker, actually had Dr. Lynch as a teacher. I know all of you have been in Dr. Lynch's class. Maybe you've been in Dr. Wahhab's class or Dr. Sargent or Dr. Fitch. Maybe you were lucky enough to get a class with Dr. Baker before he just retired. Congratulations to him. He's an icon. Perhaps you had Professor K or Professor Sullivan or Professor Edgley, Professor Gilly. Maybe you were a part of Kean TV. Maybe you worked with Gilly, or maybe you took Brian Oakes. Maybe you had Pat Loro and you helped the tower become #1. Maybe you were part of the PRSSA. Or maybe you just showed up to class and went to work full-time or part-time or no time, but you're here and it's real. And I promise you, hey, little cute boy, I promise you that it's gonna be sometimes weird moments where you're like, what do? I have to apply for jobs. And sometimes it's gonna feel really stressful, but we've gone through this pandemic year together. And there's really nothing I don't think any of us can do now. So charge forward, be confident, and thank you all for giving me an opportunity to learn with you. You've all taught me so much as well. And I hope to see you at graduation on the 13th. Whee!
Thank you.
And that's it. Family, friends, thanks for coming. If I left out anybody to thank, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Courtney. That was nice. Good luck, guys.
Bob.
Enjoy your
I don't know. So yeah, that's it. Go celebrate. Go have a cocktail or a coffee or a dinner or a walk your dog moment and just feel really proud of yourself. Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.